we go. Welcome back to Chemo and Chill. I'm Bree.
And I'm Ash, and I have no more brain
No
cells
brain cells.
today.
No brain cells today.
None. Zero. But what we do have is no cancer cells in our bodies.
No cancer cells in our bodies. No brain cells. And no
Thriving.
cancer cells. No cells here.
Yep, none. Zero. Zilch. Well, today, the star of the show is going to be Miss High Times with Brie because she just recently had her scans and she is 6 months off of chemo and still, what do we call it?
NDD. No
And
evidence of disease. You know,
amazing.
I always thought I was cool. You know, and now I'm even cooler. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. Yeah, so today we're basically going to talk about everything about her scans and how they're clear. I just figured there's a lot of stage fours who feel like the world is ending, and people need to hear this story because it's crazy and I think will bring a lot of hope to people.
It's just
So,
crazy. It's just crazy of like where I was 2 years ago because I got diagnosed in June of 2024. So it'll coming up to June 20th to be exact. That's when I got diagnosed,
it's 2 years.
but it's been 2 official years since I knew there was something in my breast because
Okay.
June 2nd, 2 years ago, is when I went to the ER because I felt a lump.
Crazy.
Yeah. It started at
So,
1.9 centimeters and went to 12.3.
in literally 20 days, correct?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
So
insane.
it's just crazy because I am stage 4, which means it went beyond my breast to my lymph nodes and into my lungs and into my brain.
So why don't we start? I know that in the beginning we already kind of did this, but
Mm-hmm.
for anyone who didn't see that episode, why don't you give like a quick timeline synopsis of you getting the cancer,
Mm-hmm.
like when you got it, all the
Yeah.
details up until you stopping chemo, and then we can
Go into
jump
it.
into there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then you have an input because literally I've been off chemo as long as you and I have been friends.
Yeah, I think you did one chemo while we were friends.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, I think
And
it was my
then
last one. I think I was like doing lives and stuff. And then
yes.
we
Yeah.
didn't start texting until February 2nd, I remember.
When's the
Crazy.
exact date you quit chemo?
My last dose was January 22nd, and
Okay.
I went to the hospital the 25th with sepsis.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Crazy.
yeah, it's nuts. So, in June is when I was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer. Um yeah, it's a rare and aggressive type of cancer. It's um one of the top 5 most deadliest cancers out there. So I was the Google queen. I looked up every single possible question you could think of. I Googled, what the is triple negative breast cancer? It sounds scary. Triple negative. Like there's nothing
Mhm.
good about it. Nothing.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was very nerve-wracking. Um one, to just have cancer, but if you Google triple negative breast cancer, it's one of the scariest things that you'll ever read, especially if you've
Mhm.
been diagnosed with it or you know someone who's been diagnosed with it. It's scary. I went down a rabbit hole. I spiraled. I couldn't get a grip. I It was terrible.
Awesome.
It wasn't
Mhm.
until the beginning of July I found out I was stage 4. And when you're stage 4 metastatic with triple negative breast cancer, you are basically sentenced to death.
Yeah.
Period. It If you look at the survival rate of stage 4 triple negative breast cancer is 12% of
Mhm.
a 5-year, I think, survival rate.
Mhm.
Granted, I am only 2 years in, but when I got stage 4, the rate that mine was growing, which is the Ki-67, if people don't know what that means that's just how quickly the cells are dividing and spreading. Mine was at a 92. You could say I'm an overachiever. My mom did tell me that's nothing good to be proud of, and I believe it. Yeah.
Wait, 90, is it 92 out of 100? Yes, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 92%. Yeah. You want to be like 20, you know, or below.
Okay.
So when I saw that number the first time when I was at work, I almost passed out. Because I think when I receive traumatic news, I'm in like the initial shock. I'm in shock. Like I can't process things that quick when I'm surprised at anything. I say stupid things and things come out. And I remember saying, "Well, I'm basically just dead. I'm a dead woman walking." It's
Oh my
basically what I
god.
am. And already being stage 4 with that, it took over a month for me to start treatment, to start my first chemo, and it's pretty quick sometimes. Depends because my oncologist was on vacation. She's got to take vacations for helping save people's lives, I guess. Whatever. But so yeah, that was a big thing. So I called every single day. I swear the charge nurse hated me, Rebecca. Oh, she hated me. I swear. She was like, "Okay, we get it. You have cancer, but can you like chill?" Like I would be tired of
Oh.
me. Just kidding. No, but I get it. Like working in the medical, so I understood. Like, so I worked in the medical field as a medical assistant, so I knew like the verbiage and the wording and a lot of reasons why things have to, you know, whatever. I get it. But it does not help with my patience. I think it makes me more impatient than
Mhm.
anything. That I know. I'm like, it shouldn't take this long. When in reality, it medically it does take that long.
Yeah. No, mine took about that. Yeah, I think mine was exactly a month. I was diagnosed like September 13th, and I think I started October 13th, something like that. I
Mhm.
know I started October 13th, but it was the beginning of September. So it takes about a month until
Yep.
they're ready.
Yeah, because from when I felt the lump to my first chemo treatment, it was a little shy of 2 months. That's when I
Mhm.
started. Yeah. A little shy. But yeah, so at the time it was I had 2 in my breast. I had some lymph node involvement and then into my lungs. If you look at my PET scan, it doesn't look terrible, but you can definitely tell I'm stage 4.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
for
ooh,
sure.
Ash is ready for the tea.
Piping hot.
Piping.
Oh.
So within so I also so hold on. So I started chemotherapy, which was a Braxane protein bound. And then a
Mhm.
week later, I did another chemo, and then I started immunotherapy because my PDL1 result was positive, not negative. And so
Okay.
whatever the PDL1 is, it's basically what you need for Keytruda, which is immunotherapy. which just came off the press in January of 2024, and I got diagnosed in June. So it was just a brand new drug, basically. But the thing was with my, and I emphasize this very elaborately. Bleh, um,
Mm.
they tested it for my breast tissue, not my lungs. So they did my lungs, it came back negative. But then they're like, "Can we try her breast?" They tried it, week later, came back positive. I'm on immunotherapy, which is
Okay. Wait,
crazy.
the lung came back negative for cancer or for PD-L1?
PD-L1, which makes sense because it ended up being benign.
Okay.
But remember, because that one that has been unchanged since my first scan.
Was there only one spot in your lungs?
There was the lymph node that's here in the lungs that was enlarged, but I did have spots in the bottom, like
Okay.
like
But they didn't test
multiple.
those.
They can't get down that far
Okay.
without doing like a very extensive procedure. But
Okay.
I responded to chemo, it disappeared with chemo.
Okay.
So I think it's kind of safe to say that it was cancer.
Yeah.
So yeah, so my schedule was off all the time because when you do Abraxane, it's 3 weeks on, 1 week off, and immunotherapy, it's 1 week on, 3 weeks off. But I started a week apart, so my start date for each was like this. So there'd be times 2 months straight I would go to treatment every week for
Mhm.
something. So in October 2024 Halloween, I found out that I was declared NED the first time, like cancer free. That's what they said. But I figured that I should get into like the difference between NED and cancer free,
Mhm.
because cancer free, I even got it mixed up in the beginning. So my doctor told me cancer free, technically cancer free is what she said, and I ran with it. NED means no evidence of active disease, like nothing that you can see. But since I am stage 4, that means it went beyond where it started. Um, I have a chance of this always coming back with vengeance, and I have to be on treatment for the rest of my life. Basically, stage 4 is more like a chronic condition than a cure condition. And with cancer
Mhm.
free, it's been enough waiting period for you to be declared, all right, you have no more cancer in your body. I can keep
Mhm.
on doing immunotherapy, have scans over and over and over again, stable, 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 nothing, nothing, nothing. But I still won't get like cancer free because I'm a certain number, I'm a certain stage.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's like the sucky part about it. I never thought there would be a difference until you're actually in this understanding and in this world of the difference between cancer free and NED,
Mhm.
because I thought it was the same thing and it's not.
Well, I've like I mean, again, I didn't know until I got cancer
Mhm.
myself, but yeah, like when I explain this to people, like to me, it makes sense. Do you know what I mean? But to
Yeah.
the average person, they're like, "What do you mean?" So if it's spread, like, can't they just do more chemo? And I'm like, it no, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
There are some cancers though that are stage 4 that can be cured, correct?
Yeah. It just depends.
Why?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense
It
to me.
doesn't. See, Ash and I are conspiracy theorists, okay? Especially in this cancer world because it's wild. Like I feel really fortunate that I have so many options still, you know. And I'm
Yeah.
just 2 years in. Usually there's people who've done like you've done how many chemos? 2? 3?
I did 3 different types of chemos.
Yeah.
4 different types of chemos.
Yeah, I've only done
'Cause they
1.
double the 2 in the beginning and 2 different ones in the second half.
And then I always wonder that. I'm like, "How?"
Oh, and then
Like
I'm on the one I'm on now,
yeah.
so 5.
What I just wonder, what if we started really hard in the beginning for stage 4? Because 'Cause I've only been on 1 chemo, and you've been on 5 in a short amount of time.
I don't know.
Isn't that crazy?
Maybe to give you more options. Do you know what I mean? Maybe because like,
Yeah. It's just crazy that they won't give you a scan when you're not like, if you have lymph node involvement, okay, sure, we'll give you a scan. But, like, if you don't have lymph node involvement, they're like, "Nah, it won't be anything."
yeah, no.
Oh, that just frustrates me.
Well, luckily I met, like, the world's best neurologist, so I feel like that was a
I love
game
that.
changer. Even though she has nothing to do with oncology, like, props to her because she's gonna get me whatever scan I want.
I mean, honestly, I cancer card really works in these types of situations. I'm just
Mhm.
scared it's the cancer.
Yeah. I didn't even have to, like, side note, I didn't even have to play the card with her. I was, like, so, like, very blunt, like,
Good.
I literally was like, "Do you know what it's like to finish chemo and have a headache for 8 months, and everyone expects me to just not think that it's cancer?" And she's like, "You're completely right. I'm gonna get you an MRI." Like, "Thanks. Thanks so much."
Thank you so much for listening to me. That
Yep,
that's
literally.
what I was, because that's how I feel. I'm like, "Thank you so much for listening to me," or "Thank you so much for being a kind human," because
Mhm.
I just feel like it's not very common anymore. But
Yep.
anyways, so, after my first scan, in December, I started having headaches, and I was like, "What is this?" Because, between October and December of 2024, I did have a TIA, which is basically a mini stroke, is what I had. Nothing severe, but it was enough for me to be admitted and watched for a couple of days to make sure. They didn't see anything at the time when I went in, but in October, but in December, I started getting headaches, and I thought it was my eyes, which my vision was bad, but when they took X-rays, my optic nerve in my both my eyes at the time were very swollen, like dangerously swollen. That they're like, you need an MRI at a like as soon as possible. Stat. So I went in and I didn't think anything of it. I was like, yeah, I just need my glasses. Like I didn't even get my glasses yet. And I'm getting an MRI already. And came up as 4 small metastatic lesions in my brain. So that basically meant my cancer was back,
Mhm.
which is crazy because they expedited my next PET scan, which would be my second one. Since my cancer came back into my brain, I was no longer like that cancer free stage. NED done. Like it was short lived. 3
Mhm.
months, not even. Um, had 4 metastatic lesions. They were so small that they couldn't even do radiation yet because the beam is only so small. So that's how small my lesions were. But it was enough for me to notice it. Like like my head hurts. Like my head just hurts, you know? I just got so much information that I can't even think anymore. I have no more room. But so I actually had to wait a whole month before I went in for another MRI. So they had to be big enough to zap,
Crazy.
which was that was the first time I've ever gambled with medicine. Like anything type of medical like that. It's the first time I've ever gambled like that.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, I guess I wait because we could have tried. and it could have caused dead tissue in the brain. It could have caused more issues.
Yep.
So I felt like it was worth the risk, I should
Yep.
say. And so we did that, and it came back that they grew 2 millimeters. So now they're like 7 millimeters instead of 4 millimeters. Like I said, they're very small. But in your brain, that's really big.
Yeah.
So people who
Yeah.
have centimeters, I cannot imagine. My little tiny ass thing was causing that much shit. Mm-mm.
I know.
I can't
Seriously.
imagine. So, so we stopped my immunotherapy because they thought maybe it's your immunotherapy causing it.
Mhm.
Wait, no. No, radiation was first. First, we gotta get rid of these guys. That's what it was. Boom, 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 zip, zap, zap. One and done treatment. I was laying there for like an hour and a half. And they were just, and that's the craziest sound ever. Getting radiation done on your head, by the way.
What's it sound like?
You know how you crinkle up saran wrap and you
Yeah.
open it and it kind of goes like really
You
soft?
mean tin foil or
No,
ceramic?
saran wrap. It's very
Okay.
unique. Whenever you
Okay.
do, get saran wrap, crumple it up, open it up, like put it on a table and let it go. You can hear it go like open up a little
Okay.
bit. That's what it sounds like in the back of your head. Very faint, but you can like hear it.
Can you feel it?
I couldn't feel anything, but I could hear it and I can't unhear it because it's in my literal head. It was like the most
That's
cringy thing that made me like get chills down my spine, but I couldn't fucking move. Like I
that's
literally had
wild.
this net thing over my head that keeps me still like this. I can't literally just still. It was the
Oh, yeah.
craziest experience. Like it's a form of torture. I can see why people need an Ativan before they
Yep.
fucking go in there.
Yep.
Like I I took a gummy and called it a day, but like I can see why. Um but so we did a one and done treatment on all four lesions, and so far to this day it worked and nothing has come back. But a lot of people are probably wondering what happened with the chemo. Like, what did the chemo? What wasn't this chemo supposed to do it? Apparently, the chemo does not break through the brain barrier, so chemo has nothing to do with it. It can't touch
Chemo,
it.
chemo can't, for people that don't know, it can't touch your brain or your spinal cord. That is radiation.
Period.
Or no. Yes. Yes
Mhm.
to both of those. I was gonna say bones too, but I think chemo can get, I don't know. I just know for a fact it cannot.
Yeah,
Chemo they will not use for your brain or for your spine.
I think your bones too. I think
Okay.
I'm fortunate
Maybe.
enough to not have it in my bones, so
Mhm.
I'm very fortunate with that. Um, but Um, I'm still having this tunnel vision. Like what? Because those lesions had nothing to do with my vision. They were not in a location that would affect my vision. It was just pure luck that my optic nerve was swollen, affecting this. That I went into the eye doctor as soon as I did and caught these as soon as I did.
Crazy.
Yeah, because I if it wasn't for my eye doctor, I don't know how bad it would have been because I would have had to wait. Like, I don't know how bad it would have been because I had to wait anyways,
Mhm.
but if I didn't catch it when I did, depends on how big they would have been and how many treatments I would have done, and, like, would I
Yeah.
even be in this position now? And so after that, trying to figure out my eyes, I was off of immunotherapy for, like, 3 months because they did a spinal tap and my, um, fluid
Pressure.
pressure, there you go, my fluid pressure in my spine was elevated. So, they thought it could have been my immunotherapy, so they took me off of immunotherapy to see if that would help. did not help. So they gave me Diamox. So I went back on immunotherapy on Diamox, high dose. Like they're horse pills. You know what? I might actually have some to show you how freaking huge these pills are. I had to take 8 of them a day, 4 twice a day. Let me see if I have any. I might have to blur this out, but
Oh my God.
I had
You
to
know what,
take
though?
8 of these. But hold on,
Quick conspiracy.
yeah, let me get you a gabapentin. Hold on.
Oh my God.
That's a gabapentin, which is
That's
this is
insane.
like a normal capsule, like, that you would have. And then I had to take 4 of these twice a day for
That's
months.
crazy.
For months, and it did not help whatsoever. And so, I had to get eye surgery in November. All of this, I'm still doing good with my cancer. I with my spinal tap, I had no cancer in my spinal fluid. I um I actually got it reduced in August of 2025. It was my first reduction. And so I started getting weaned off of chemo. But then it wasn't until January is when I started feeling like I had neuropathy, numbly, numb and tingling in my hands and my feet. I had chemo brain. I had bone pain, joint, everything. Um, I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. My body was literally deteriorating in the new year. And then it wasn't I got my last chemo January 22nd. And then Friday, I went to the emergency room by ambulance because my husband had to call 911 because I was unconscious and I had a 104-degree fever, which is really bad. When you have cancer, anything 100.4, you go to the ER. I was at 104 and I was sepsis. So I was basically dying. And it wasn't until I got the antibiotics, started feeling better after a couple of days. Like it took literal days for me to feel better,
Mhm.
to be able to even say anything to people. I
Yeah.
would voice to text and go back to sleep. My phone would go off. I would have messages, like, everything. I literally had to like lay there and rest so I can get some type of strength. And then that's when I decided to take a break from chemo, not just a reduction, a break because I was on chemo for a year and a half at that point. And my first reduction was in August of 2025. So only like 4 months before.
Mhm.
So it's been really hard being on chemo for that long because, chemo goes in and basically does a whole reset to your body. And I was doing it all the fucking time. My body just wasn't my body anymore. And my body still doesn't feel like my body.
Mhm.
And my last chemo was January 22nd, and then March of this year was my first scan after that decision, and I was NED the first time, the second time I would say. Oh, yeah, the second time without being on chemo. And then this last Friday, which was incredible because Ash was actually there when I read the results.
Mhm.
And I was shocked because I did not expect, because you can ask Ash, that whole fucking week I was spiraling. She would
Mhm.
spiral with me. She would stop my spiraling to everything. My husband, poor guy, he was just, y'all two are the real MVPs for listening to me spiral because it's always like that. Scanxiety is a thing.
Yeah,
Like
it's
people do
real.
They don't understand. It's so
No.
hard to just it's so hard just to function. I couldn't even
Mhm.
function. And
Yeah.
yeah, once again I am in ED. Been off of chemo for 5 months officially, and I don't plan on going back on chemo until I absolutely have to. I am on immunotherapy still. So I did get back on that after my eye surgery. Well, before my eye surgery and stuff, but I am on immunotherapy still, and I plan on being on immunotherapy because I truly feel that it's doing well for my body. And yeah, that's basically it. Like it's been, my journey isn't as crazy as most people, but I hope that my journey will give other people who has stage 4 metastatic hope, because I was expecting the worst when I was googling. Uh that girl that I was 2 years ago, I was spiraling. I was crying every single day. I was just not who I was. And
Mhm.
who I've become since then, I don't I don't I don't even want to go back to that person. I just am so happy where I am and with the experience and journey that I've been through, because it's been so incredibly challenging that I can push my body to a point of almost death and then come back and be stronger than ever.
Mhm.
So I'm really, really happy about it. And I'm happy that I'm able to still be here and tell my story when I was supposed to be gone 3 months in.
Well, that's the crazy thing is I think that for stage 4, I mean, here's the thing, I'm not taking away from anything. Stage 4 is very serious. That's
Hmm.
like everyone who has cancer's biggest fear, right?
Oh, yeah.
But there are stories, like there's a woman, I actually told Brie, I'm going to reach out to her this week. I found her on TikTok and I want to have her on here because like I'm so intrigued. She has been stage 4 for 27 years. And like I only know tidbits of it because I've looked in and out of her TikTok, but like there are stories like this.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I know that's not always the case with stage 4. Like it can be, we know other girls where it is the most horrific thing to watch. But stage 4 doesn't always necessarily mean the end. You know what I
Right.
mean? There's so many things. There's another girl I met at Infusion. She
Mhm.
has a different type of cancer than we had, but um she did some trial of injections and she reversed the stage 4. She went from stage 4 to stage 3 and now she can be considered curable, which is crazy. It's
That
like
is insane.
unheard of.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't say I want to find a cure. I want to be able to cure my body so people can follow what I'm doing and see if possibly it works for them, because I I have a ritual basically. I have immunotherapy in my pocket. Medically, this is science. I believe in science. I believe in all that stuff. So I
Mhm,
immunotherapy is my jam. And
mhm.
cannabis. I've been trying to get Ash into getting some more anxiety meds.
I've been on a anxiety med hiatus.
Really, she
But
really has.
yeah,
We used to watch 90 Day Fiance, and
and get stoned.
dude, we got to do that again. That was so much fun.
I know. I feel like now that my headaches are gone, I can get stoned again without thinking that I'm dying. You know?
I mean, I get it. I get it. But yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna get a little sappy. So if I cry, I'm sorry. It's just how I am. Um, I want to say this on recording, and so the internet sees Ash. I would not have been able to do this without you.
Mm.
Like literally, the day I went to the hospital, I was literally thinking about like, man, I just made a new friend, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And I'm so grateful for you. I would not have been able to go through this journey so gracefully without you by my side. Like, you are incredible. You're such a good person, a fantastic friend, an incredible wife, and most amazing mom. I'm so lucky to have you as a friend.
Oh,
You might get tired of me at some points in my
oh.
life, but
She says this all the time. I love
seriously.
you so much. I mean, I've said this before. We literally met at a time where like we were both
Yeah.
like you were literally about to die. I think I've already told the story. I remember crying to Joe and being like, I finally met someone who has the same cancer that's so relatable. She's gonna die. She's gonna fuck. And he thought I was crazy at the time. He was like, what the fuck are you on, girl? Like, what? But it was
Yeah.
that. But then I was in the phase of just again. Joe would come home from work and say hi, and I'd start crying. Like I just thought the world was over.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
it's the most lonely journey to be on
yeah,
as a person who is going through cancer because people can say, they're with you, they're praying for you, they're fighting with you, but no, it's you're the one that has to go through the physical changes, the
yeah,
mental load, the sickness, everything. You're the one that has to go through it. Yeah, there are burdens and things that get relieved so you can do what you do in fighting and stuff, but I still remember one moment when my eyebrows fell out, my
yeah.
hair was spotchy and disgusting, and I looked horrendous. And I remember taking a selfie because I tried to do my makeup and stuff, and I couldn't even recognize myself. I didn't know who I was. And
Yeah,
now, even still looking back at pictures before I got diagnosed, I don't even recognize me still. But
yeah.
I'm not ashamed anymore of what I look like anymore because I'm more proud of myself now. I've changed my mindset of like, yeah, okay, it's what I've dealt with.
Yeah.
So I have my big eraser that says for big mistakes. I just pop up a fucking random ass eraser.
Oh my god.
Fuck. But yeah, it's just yeah. It's been
All
a
right, so
wild
let me
ride.
ask you this. Let me
Yeah.
ask you this,
Uh-huh.
because I'm sure everyone watching is going to want to know. So obviously, it's the best news in the world, right? Like
It
your
is.
NAD.
Yeah.
But what is really going through your head? Like, are you able to enjoy this, or are you already on to like the next scan that's coming up?
That's a good question.
Because I mean, I'll be completely honest. I know my personality. I would celebrate personally,
Yeah.
but I know in the back of my mind, while everyone's celebrating around me, I'm already 6 months ahead.
I think for doing this for so long and keep having continuous good scans in the back of my mind, I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm definitely that
Hmm.
type of person. I'm like, okay, if I get too comfortable, something's gonna rock it. So
Yeah.
I just need to this is just now I'm motivated to stay consistent, to
Okay.
stay making better choices for myself, my body, my family, my everything. Like having cancer has been one, like I said, one of the most incredible challenges, but it's like a blessing in disguise because I have changed so much as a person that if I didn't go through this trial, I don't know where I would end up. And that honestly might be death. Because
Yeah.
mentally, I was not okay. And I thought that this was world. Like, I thought this was earth-shattering ending life. I thought this was it.
Yeah.
No. This has been one of the most incredible journeys. Anyone who's freshly diagnosed or waiting for that PET scan to see maybe something scan. If you are stage 4, there is a light. I want you to know that there is a light somewhere. You have to search for it. You have to go towards it, and you have to be at peace at no matter what happens. Me,
Yeah.
these next 3, I was waiting for this scan to have a good summer with my family, and I'm thankful I'm able to, and I'm not going to take it for granted. Am I thinking about the next scan? I'm more curious than anything.
Okay.
Like, I'm not scared because I'm better at listening to my body now. And
Yeah.
if anything feels weird before then and now, I will go get it checked out. Like, I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, it's nothing. Oh, it's nothing."
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. It's
Yeah.
maybe think of all of my resources before I make a decision, and worst comes to worst, I'll just go get a scan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, at least I got that in my pocket now.
Absolutely.
I pulled the cancer card. I'm scared my cancer's back.
Seriously.
I I mean it's just one of those things that in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, if worst comes to worst, I just go to the ER and get a scan. Everyone knows me.
Oh,
So,
God.
yeah. But yeah, I hope my story, this is all I've ever wanted. It's my story to get out there and to make a difference in someone's life by just living. I don't want them to wait until cancer. I don't want them to wait for a traumatic incident to have. I don't want that. I want people to just start living
Yeah.
because I'm not going to say, if you don't start living, this is going to happen to you.
No, but there's a million traumatic, it doesn't even just have
Yeah.
to be cancer. There's so many
No.
awful things that can happen. This is just one of them that, you can take as a life lesson. We've all done
Mhm.
it. We've all taken shit for granted until shit happens. You know what I mean? And then you're like, fuck,
I
I
believe
wasted so much time, or I should have done that, or whatever the case may be.
don't live with regrets.
Yeah.
And I can say right now, if the scan did come back bad, I wouldn't have any regrets. Basically, the thing is just what has helped me, and either people can take the advice or not. I listen to my body. That's basically it. Like, I'm listening to what my body needs, what feels good. Right now, immunotherapy, cannabis, moving my body, w- thinking of what I'm putting into my body, like food wise and stuff, less processed foods, sugar, no sugar. I do like the stevia sugar or no
Mm-hmm.
sugar sodas or whatever. Like, I'm just more aware of what I'm putting into my body and then being that example and setting goals.
Hmm.
Don't do such big, huge goals like buying a house or all these things. Like, I want to do small goals. Like, this next 3 months, I want a nice, peaceful summer. I don't want to worry about shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that's like the goals. Like, make your goals small and realistic. You don't have to do long term goals, like short goals, like getting up in the morning. I got up and brushed my teeth. Like, that's a goal. There's a while I had a hard time just getting out of bed.
Yeah.
Just make the goals small, make them achievable to help your confidence in getting through these days. Waiting games are hard. try to find a hobby to keep yourself busy because if not, mentally, it will eat you alive.
Yeah.
Find a hobby, find a friend to talk to. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for Ash, I would be in bed, like, in a hole
Mm, same.
because
We keep each other accountable.
we do. We take each other accountable, and she's my good morning text.
Mhm. Yep.
Morning. Like, I have a
Usually I wait for
ritual.
police checks because if I text her when I wake up, it's 3 a.m. No, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she's very considerate and waits for me. Usually it's me on the toilet FaceTiming her. Good morning. So she knows my morning routine. And
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
know hers because I'm still sleeping. But yeah, that's the biggest advice I can give is just listen to your body, listen and feel with like I'm not saying be perfect cuz temptation's there. You know what? YOLO. Okay? Like if you want that donut, eat the donut. Okay? Like if you want something, do it in moderation. Like be smart about it. Like come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't know what else to say. Like there's no magical cure. There's no mushrooms that will cure you or anything. No. I'm sorry.
You know what though? That's actually a good point to bring up because something that I've learned from you is like I was the psycho person of like only eat this, only drink this, only do that all through chemo. And you're more like laxed. You're still healthy, but you are laxed. You will
Mhm.
have a drink. You will eat something you're craving. And I would be a psycho and not. But like clearly have the milkshake, have the ice cream that you're craving because you're so much chiller than I am and your scans are clear. So clearly, yes, the mushrooms and the ivermectin and all the things are not a cure all. You know
No.
what I mean? It's
There's never going to be a cure all. And I think that's what a lot of people need to understand. Like especially people who don't have cancer and they try to tell you how to cure your cancer can fuck off. I'm
I know.
sorry. Like people like that,
Yeah,
y'all really have a problem. Y'all need to stop.
seriously.
But yeah, I feel everything that I'm doing in my life is going to contribute to me figuring out for my body and myself how I'm going to beat this. And I'm not
Hmm.
saying for a cure, and I'm just saying I'm beating the odds. That's literally all I'm doing, and that's what I want to continue to do and give people hope. Like I'm a whole fucking Star Wars movie. Like hope, never beating the odds, blah blah blah, blah Chewie punch it. Like, come on. I am that person. And I just want everyone to believe in themselves more than anything. I want you to believe in yourself as much as you believe that this chemo is going to cure your cancer. I want you to believe in yourself as much as you think ivermectin is going to cure your cancer. Like, I want you to believe in yourself and not believe in the things that can help. Yeah, there's things that can help, but you're the one that has to do it, not a thing. Things are not going to do it. You are the one that has to make the change, and you are the one that has to take accountability and do it. It's not going to be easy. I'm sorry. I wish it was. I wish it was an easy button to press, but wish it was a giant eraser to erase all of our fucking mistakes, but we can't. Life sucks. When you tie cancer into it, it even sucks more. If you're stage 4, file for Social Security. It takes like a year to get approved. But once you start it early, you have that. Like I can give tips and tricks and everything and stuff, but I don't have the cure all. And I think
Yeah.
once you figure out that mindset of stage 4 metastatic triple negative breast cancer is incurable, I'm just gonna live with it. I have to think of it as a chronic condition instead of a incurable condition.
Yeah.
I have to see it as, all right, these are cards I'm dealt. Let's play the game. And once you do that, I truly believe that you will thrive. And I hope with this episode, people seeing me with this stage 4, I hope that they will really look within themselves and really just keep fucking going. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Keep fucking going. Don't give up. But yeah, we just wanted to share my good news.
Amazing. Best day ever. And everyone say a prayer that we can get that woman on. I'm telling you.
Dude,
Like I want to talk to her so bad. 27 years. Like
it's
I can't.
incredible.
But you know what's so crazy is like why I want to talk to her is like imagine getting breast cancer in the 90s, like death sentence and not as common as it is now. You know what I mean? So like
Mhm.
oh my god, I just want to meet her and talk to her so bad.
Yeah, I want to get her like point of view of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna link her TikTok in the description because I found her. So I'm gonna put it in the description so people can see. Tag us
Okay.
in her videos. Chemo and Chill podcast. Oh my god, we should tag her in a
Yeah.
video.
I'm gonna DM her tomorrow
Okay. Okay.
and see what she says.
Down.
But yeah.
But yeah,
So
tune in next time and we'll talk about Ash. This is enough about me.
we already talked. No, we will not be talking about me. We will be. Um,
We should talk about the
I think.
difference between the stages.
Oh, I was okay. I
What are
was.
you thinking? What were you gonna say?
I was going to say let's get stoned and do an alien podcast, but sure.
Okay, I'm down. We can get Thomas in here because he's been reading a bunch of the stuff on YouTube about aliens from like the 60s and shit, like all the FBI documents.
Yeah, like, listen, I know we're called chemo and chill, but like, I'm totally down to do a non-cancer episode.
We're chill. We're not and
We're chill.
we're not even doing
We don't
we're
even have cancer right now. We're frauds.
okay. Well, this is the thing. Okay, alien conspiracy next time. Dude, I'm down. I love a good conspiracy, so I'm down.
Yeah,
Can we wear foil hats next time?
absolutely.
Can
Absolutely.
you imagine a foil
I'm gonna
hat?
wear my 60s sunglasses, my tinfoil
We
hat,
should dress
and
up
I'm
for
gonna
this one.
be
We should dress up in aliens or psychedelic.
okay.
Xeon, remember that Disney Channel movie? Zoom, 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 make my heart go
Oh my
boom, boom.
god, my supernova girl. Oh my
Yeah,
god, what a throwback.
I love that movie.
Oh,
That's like Violet style
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
Xeon,
for sure.
Zion. Is it Xeon? Zion? Thomas says
I think
Zion.
it's Zion. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't remember, but I just remember that song. Zoom,
Yeah,
zoom,
so
zoom.
tune in next week to Alien Conspiracy because we
Because
need a break from cancer.
we need a break from cancer, and that's okay. You're not defined by cancer, so neither are we. Tune in next
Yeah.
week. Comment down below. About anything. I don't care. Doesn't have to be cancer related. What's your dog's name? If you made it this far, what's your dog's name? Or your animal? Do you have a pet? I love pets. I have 5 wiener dogs.
Oh my god. They're
But
gonna be like they're stoned now.
but we're not. I'm not even
No.
stoned. I
No, I'm s-
was.
I'm sober.
I'm ready for us to chill next week. Tune in next week. We will see y'all when we upload because I'm editing and y'all need to chill out. Okay? Love you. Bye.
Bye.